St.Cloud says 3 men beat him up because he's gay. He was on his way home from a bar early this morning when the attack happened. And Fox 9's Scott Wasserman joins us tonight from St.Cloud. Talk to the victim tonight, Scott. What did he say?
Well, you know what? I spoke with him today, and he tells me that why did this happen? He was just shaking his head. Why did this happen? You know, Mark Miller is his name, the 22-year-old. He's got a couple of black eyes. He's got a gash across his nose, but thankfully, other than that, he is okay. Now, Mark tells me it did all start over here inside DB Searle, saying he was hitting on one of the guys that punched him, but he says he really wasn't trying to start anything. He then went into the back to have a smoke, and that's when he says one of the guys started throwing out anti-gay slurs. Then the guy came up to him and punched him in the face. 2 other guys then jumped in. Mark says one of his friends got help and saved his life. Police arrested Matthew Thomas and Ryan Frayne, who both attend St. Cloud State University. Chad Hands was also arrested. Now, they all face 4th-degree assault charges. That's a felony because it was a hate crime. Now, we spoke with a bouncer inside this bar, and he tells me this is not what his city represents.
It's just unfortunate. You know, like in the times that we have these days, it's like we've come so far from, you know, back in the 1960s, earlier times, like where everything was just, it was discriminated against. And it's unfortunate to hear that people are getting beat up because of their life choices and their values.
Now, I spoke with Mark Miller off camera, and he says, quote, "There seems to be a lack of tolerance in St. Cloud for people who are different. There is going to be bigotry everywhere, but the fact that it's still around in today's society is upsetting." A lot of people came up to us today in our truck, asked us what we are doing here, and we told them, and they said, that's absolutely disgusting, and we do not agree with this whatsoever. Also, the bouncer, he says, you know what, he often does hear anti-gay slurs inside this bar here. He says he goes up to those people. He doesn't kick them out, but he says, we're not going to tolerate this, and if you continue, then you are going to be thrown out of this bar. As for those 3 guys that were arrested, they have been released on their own personal recognizance. Charges have not been filed. Back to you guys.
All right, Scott, a pilot is lucky to be